Hey guys, welcome to Fit Tips, Tricks and Techniques. I'm your host Rob Richards and I'm joined once again in the studio by the lovely Monica Brant, who I fear is going to take me through some of her well-known exercises to trim and tone up. So Monica, I'm going to hand this over to you, and what are we getting started on?
Okay, so we're going to do some leg, core, glute exercises. Things that actually you could do in your house if you have a bench, a mat, a wall, and some dumbbells.
So that's what we need. Okay, that's pretty simple. I can do that.
Pretty simple stuff. So, and these would be exercises that I actually do on my own, and I have clients do, and of course at my fem camps. Women always want to know how to tone and shape and build all these areas.
These are your exercises.
Yes.
Okay, I feel a little bit better about that. So,
sure.
What's first? What are we getting started on?
Okay, first of all, we're going to do, it's called a full down combo. So, does that tell you anything?
No, nothing at all. I think you're going to have to give me a demonstration first.
Okay. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is, it helps if you have a mirror, but obviously you'll be my, so you'll stand.
Yeah,
okay, so the first thing is we want to keep our legs tight together all the way up through the quads, so knees and feet. And we're going to fold down, this is the fold down part here. Notice I'm trying to keep my knees back over my toes as opposed to coming here. Okay. So I'm staying down on my flat of my feet and trying to stay folded back. And then the combo comes up into an extension and all the way up, squeezing the glutes.
Okay, I see that.
Still trying to keep this together so it looks like this. Dumbbells are forward just for a little balance.
Okay.
All right, Rob, so I think it's time for you to try them out.
Okay.
No. You get boy weights. So let's, these are 10s, I figure 20 is easy. You can do
you're going to double it up. Okay.
Easy for you. This is baby weight.
Okay, so we start off going into a squat, feet close together.
Chest stays up, feet together, knees together.
Feet together.
As much of your whole leg down. So, you know, for me, just standing here normally like that, I have to actually pull the legs all the way together.
Yeah, it's a little bit more slightly uncomfortable for me, but we can make this work. Okay, and the weight stay forwards?
Yep, and the chest stays up while you come down. And really try to stay into the, as far down as you can bring the booty. Yep, there you go.
Sit down, there we go.
Knees together. And then lift up from the glutes. Good, and then come all the way up and push the glutes forward.
That's a really good stretch.
Yes.
He says surprise.
Yeah, there you go.
All the way down.
And up, and all the way up through, pushing through the glutes.
And then bring the hips back in line.
Yeah, and then just keep, the main thing is keeping this tight together.
You keep saying keeping the knees together, Monica. I can't keep the knees that close.
You are, see, look, right there.
Yeah.
That's part of the exercise.
I take it you coach a lot of females when doing this, right? Okay, makes
You're
sense.
Actually the first guy I've ever had do this exercise, so.
So I'm your first, am I?
Yes.
How's
You're
it for
my first full down combo first. It's awesome, you're doing a good job.
I keep doing these, I quite like these.
Yeah,
especially with a heavier weight, I could really feel it from this one.
So if you, next time you know doing it on your own, you can jack up the weight a little bit and see how.
I'll remember what Monica said and taught me before I do it solo.
And perfect.
Great, okay, I'll put these back. I like that one.
Perfect. Good, I'm glad you enjoyed that one. You may not enjoy the next one so much, but.
Okay, what are we doing now?
Okay, so the next one, this one actually comes from yoga. I call it the yoga glute minimizer.
Yoga glute minimizer, right, okay. Another 3 words I've never said in my life in that sentence.
And we'll use the melt it off G-ball. You could use the ground. You can make it a little bit harder. It's actually easier and harder because it's easier because you're not so stretched down. You have a little bit of, height here, but harder because we're on a ball, so we have.
I don't know if I'm getting the best angle of seeing this one here.
So this is all it is right here. Now the leg wants to stay, you want to keep it straight and try to keep it more forward or right to the side than back. The back is easier. This is a little bit harder here. So the idea is just right here. Of course you'll do the other side as well.
You seem pretty flexible. How important is stretching and flexibility for you in part of your training?
Very important.
Okay, stretch often?
Yes. Definitely do.
Okay, I wasn't really paying too much attention to your hands when you were down there, so.
It was just more or less having a little lift up so you're not touching the ground. If you want to try it with the ground first.
I'm good here.
Like I said, that's easier and harder. because you have the unstable.
Okay, I'll jump in at the deep end.
Jump in the deep end.
I got this, Monica.
Let's go, Rob.
Okay, so, oh God.
Lift.
So.
Yes. That's right. Don't put too much pressure on the ball. Keep your abs really tight to help stabilize. Yep, and just keep doing the one leg. See, there you go. That's the idea. Now that one leg's gonna hurt in one spot, and this leg's gonna end up hurting in another spot.
Okay, okay. You win on this one. This one's.
Are you breathing? Good job, good job. You know, I don't believe I've had another guy do these. So try to keep the weight back. There you go. There. So rely more on your lower body and less on the upper body.
Wow, I gotta say, here, I have not felt that work before. We do the squats, I do the lunges, even occasionally I do the abductors and adductors, but that one,
it's hard to get that.
You know, I could see that being a great kind of pre-warm up for squats.
Well, and the idea is, you know, you started coming a lot more forward, but if you really stay back into your feet and keep it here, so it's almost like, you know, you don't have to put so much pressure on this.
Okay, so keep it pushed back.
Yeah, and that way, and this will really target this part of your bum on this side, as well as all the, you know, so.
So this one will help me tone up and get that separation and definition there.
And then the glute, yeah. And then that just adds a little bit of height, so you're not stretched down so far, but then the rolly is a little bit challenging.
Matches your feather too.
Well, I planned that exactly.
Color coordinated with the sneakers and the top and my ball in your feather.
Yes, it's all about the fashion.
Yes, absolutely. You've got to look good when you're working out.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
We ready for the next?
I'm ready, yeah.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do this.
The next one is a similar movement. It's against the wall. And I just call it a wall combo, so.
Surely you can come up with a more imaginative name than that. Wall combo.
Torturous wall combo.
I like wall combo.
How about
wall combo is
torturous?
good. No, wall combo works for me.
Okay, so want to keep the shoulders back as much as possible, okay, so that your body stays here. So if you want to put your hands here or just here, whatever you want to do. But this leg is just going to come up as high as possible with your body as still as possible. So you're not leaning. You're staying upright as possible. So we do, say we do 10 here, okay? For times where we won't do the whole 10, but there we hold it, the last one. And then we're gonna bring the upper body down and up. Meanwhile, the leg stays here and the upper body stays against the wall as much as possible.
And there was me thinking body weighted and not using any weight exercises are easy.
So hold the leg up and you come up as high as possible, keeping the shoulders as close to the wall.
Where is this being worked?
Well, of course, this leg's feeling here, this leg is feeling here.
Hitting your obliques as well?
And this whole entire side.
Okay.
So when we switch, we're gonna hit this whole entire core side over here. So low back, obliques.
And your hands were
Yeah, yes.
Did you have the arms up? You did, didn't you?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
That helps to keep the shoulders against the wall.
Yeah, it does. I can already feel my weight shifting over to the left. That's what you get when you train shoulders and chest.
You can do it. There you go.
I'm just going to hitch my shorts up.
Yeah, you don't have the most convenient shorts on for this. Make it work. Perfect, look at you, you're flexible. So the other thing is, I know we have this electrical plug. Try to keep the leg against the wall as much as possible. So that almost the heel stays on the wall and the shoulders stay on the wall. Yeah. So those of you at home, hopefully we'll find a wall without electrical plug and you can.
Okay, so let me try this now.
Yeah, so the leg stays right there. Shoulders on the wall.
All the way down?
Yeah, hopefully. You can do it. Come on, Rob. How low can you go? That's very good. Now come up and just squeeze, 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 squeeze all of this. Perfect, and back. Oh, don't, gotta keep the leg up.
Keep the leg up, and then come up.
And then shoulders against the wall.
That's about as high as I can go.
That's perfect.
Wow, that really does highlight my lack of flexibility.
Well, it's a conditioning in that kind of all over body.
That's it right there, the conditioning.
And you know, that's a lot of where my past fitness, the actual fitness competitions, you know, helps me because I had to learn to contract every body muscle almost at the same time.
Okay, that's good to know.
It's like a mind thing, and you know, when you do those strength poses that the girls do on stage.
Yep.
Those are like your whole body has to contract at once.
Actually,
to make the thing happen. So
I like this.
yeah, good.
I do. I love training legs. I love going heavy on the weights, but I feel doing these before or after.
After would be maybe really
after,
nice.
including that
Just so
stretch.
if you're trying to go a little bit heavy, you don't want to overstretch before.
True.
Definitely a good warm up is important, and some stretching, and then you train, and then this would maybe be your final, you know, bit so that you don't overdo and you can still lift heavy.
I love it. I learned something new. After all these years, and I thought I knew it all. It's just been blown out of the water. You said 4 exercises.
Right. So
I 3. So
one of them was a superset. So what I wanted to do was superset this with what I call my sumo walkers. And theoretically, we could do this and then jump into that. So I'll show you the second part of that.
Let me see the sumo walkers.
Because remember, we're working all of this part of our leg. So this goes right down into the sumo walker. So we'll just go to right about here since I'm just showing you. But theoretically, I would do these in the gym where I could do up to 30 steps. So that I get come down as low as possible. Think sumo wrestler, you know how they get down like this?
Yep.
So the upper body has to stay up as opposed to coming forward. And this is what tends to happen. People start doing this because they don't have the strength
down low.
to stay low. So
okay.
You want to give it a whirl?
I sure do. So down like this.
Yep. Keep the knees open as much as possible and then step and step out. There you go. Good, so you just stay low. Stay low. How low can you stay? Yep, absolutely. You can twist too.
Like that?
That works too. A little fancy. You just don't want to hop through it.
Okay, now
no hopping and no running. You want to just step and really.
Do you stop in the middle or keep it walking?
Well, if we had a big, huge amount of space, you could do up to 30 steps. And then you could. Yeah, so you could do the steps, and then you could sit here and hold it for 30 seconds, a minute, whatever you could do it.
Your contraction.
Come up.
Okay.
Stretch it out and then go back.
Just getting my heart rate up just doing these.
These are really good.
Although I
really
don't know
good.
if that's you getting the heart rate up or the exercises. Probably a combination.
Probably the exercise. Whew. Okay, the next one I've got for you, Rob.
I love this. You're getting trained by Monica Brant.
Some girly stuff. Okay, so this is going to be your side plank, hip dip, leg lift. Now, if you come up with a more clever thing, I just kind of call it as it is. And you're going to start here on the side plank. Now, mind you, some people don't need to have their legs elevated for this.
Sure.
This is a more advanced position. Since you are advanced, I figure you can handle it. Okay. So your side plank, which is pretty standard. I like to keep my arm that's just kind of hanging out here, set here on my shoulder.
Okay.
That keeps my body in a good alignment. So if I'm here, I'm in a good place. So I'm going to hip dip. Come straight up and a leg lift. Hip dip, straight up, leg. Okay.
So these shorts out. Okay. Hitch
Yep.
up a bit. So
and then of course if we're gonna rotate around.
Yeah, let's see the back of it. Let's see how that looks from the back.
So again, hip, leg. So it's just that easy, and you could do as many as you want and then rotate back to the other side.
Got it.
Okay, you ready?
And how many repetitions would you normally perform?
Oh, like 10, 15. Depends on where I put an exercise like this in my program. If I'm, in what I'm doing, if I'm using it for a warm-up, if I'm using it for an actual exercise. But it's pretty good.
Okay, so hip comes down.
Straight up.
Come up.
And then leg lift. Awesome. Yeah, perfect. Make sure you touch your hip on the ground. Yep. You're up, you're pretty good. You gonna be doing these at the gym now?
And maybe on my own, start off with.
You'll have all the girls wanting to know, what is that? It looks like a great exercise. It targets all those perfect spots. Yep. Perfect. Can you do the turnaround without coming off the bench? Go straight down. There you go, and flip. That's it. Just keep the body really straight here. Good, Rob. Perfect. And then you have to do the dismount.
I saved that one for you. Great. You know, I have to say, hands up, I'm being completely honest here. When you were telling me about these exercises, and I'm thinking, please, come on. How hard can it be?
Yeah.
Bouncing up and down, you're not using any weight. I'm having to catch my breath, and that's just from a few repetitions. But you mentioned about conditioning, and that is such a key point when we're talking about training, growing muscle, burning body fat, and just sculpting the body.
Yep. Well, these kind of exercises, really target the entire body. It's not just about the leg, sitting doing a leg extension.
It's a very functional way of training.
Yeah. So you have a little bit of everything in it, and really is an overall body workout when you put it all together.
It really has opened up my eyes to a different style of training.
Well, I have about 20 more of those exercises, so when you're ready for more, let me know.
I think I'm going to come over to your neck of the woods next time and go over to the big state of Texas to find out more of that. So I know you've got a lot more of these exercises. Do you have these on your website that our viewers can go check out?
Not yet. They have to come to camp still to learn them.
Okay, so the camps first in person, then the website.
Yeah.
Awesome, I love that. Well, while I get my breath back, Monica Brant's been amazing here on fit tips, tricks and techniques. Until next time, I'm Rob Richards. See you back here to show you more new and interesting ways to work out and train your body. Take care, bye-bye.